Hi, my name is Stacy Collinen, and I'm a developmental healthcare consultant with a program called Healthy Child through the University of Pittsburgh's Office of Child Development. And this is
Vivi.
This is Vivi, and welcome to our lunchtime social emotional story hour. Today we're going to read a great book called Fiona, Flamingo, written by Rachael, Urrutia, and illustrated by Kate Jeffery. Are you ready to read this beautiful book?
Yes.
Yes. Fiona, Flamingo. On a beautiful sunny afternoon, where life was simply the best, a little flamingo named Fiona hatched from her egg in a nest. Oh, there is her nest, and that's her mommy, and there's Fiona. Little Fiona grew up, making lots of friends. They played flamingo games from day's start to day's end. She's playing with all her friends. They look like they're laughing and looking at the butterflies. They look like they're having fun, don't you think?
Yeah.
As the time passed, the birds all became stronger. They also got pinker and their feathers grew longer. So there's Fiona and there's her friends. So as the times passed, the birds became stronger. So they got pinker. Do you see her friends?
Yeah.
And then there's Fiona. They're all beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
They turned pinker and pinker. With each feather they grew. They got bigger and bigger until some of them even flew. Do you see them flying in the sky?
Yeah.
Fiona remained featherless until it happened one night. She woke up with feathers, but they were bright white. Aren't they beautiful?
Yes.
The other flamingos gasped and stared at her in shock. They couldn't believe what they were seeing and wildly began to squawk. So squawk is kind of like making fun of someone. Do we make fun of people?
No.
No. So they're all squawking and making fun of Fiona. How do you think Fiona feels?
Sad.
Sad. I bet she does feel sad. Her friends looked at the white feathers, not knowing what to think. You're not the right color. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. So now they're yelling at her. I bet she even feels more sad, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
With everyone shouting, Fiona began to get scared. She looked at her feathers and then she looked at theirs. So she's looking at her feathers and she's looking at theirs. She might feel a little uncomfortable because she looks different. But you know what? It's okay to be different, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be so loud, and please don't make a scene. That's when Fiona started shaking and her feathers turned to
Green.
green. When her friends saw the change, they squawked louder and meaner. Fiona got more anxious and her feathers grew greener. So they're all squawking and yelling at her and making fun of her. I don't think she feels good. Do you think she feels good? No. Her friends looked at the green feathers, not knowing what to think. Stop being so silly, Fiona. Flamingos are supposed to be pink.
Pink.
Oh, I bet Fiona really doesn't feel good because they're making fun of her because she's different. But it's okay to be different. Oh no, said Fiona. This is worse than just bad. But her friends kept on squawking and then Fiona got mad. All these feelings are visiting her today. You're making me angry, she jumped furiously said. That's when Fiona started yelling and her feathers turned to red. So she's feeling angry. Is it okay to feel angry and mad?
Yeah.
Yeah. The flock became silent, hoping things would get better. But Fiona got madder and her feathers grew redder. So she's really angry now. Her friends looked at the red feathers, not knowing what to think. Don't you think you should calm down now? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. They all rushed to hug her, and now Fiona felt bad. Her anger was fading, but now she felt sad. She whimpered and cried, I'm all mixed up in hue. That's when Aunt Fiona started sobbing and her feathers turned to
Blue.
blue. She's crying now. Is it okay to feel sad?
Mm-hmm.
So she's going through all these different feelings today. The flock watched from afar, and their concerns grew truer, but Fiona just got sadder, and her feathers grew bluer. Her friends looked at the blue feathers, not knowing what to think. Just what kind of bird are you? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Oh, I bet she feels really bad right now. Maybe sad, real sad. No one could cheer her up, so instead they stayed away. That's when Fiona got lonely and her feathers turned to gray. Look at her, she's all by herself. She has a tear coming down. Her friends aren't talking to her. She feels lonely. A young chick floated up with a gaze so pure and true. I hope my feathers change colors when I'm as big as you. So this little chick, Flamingo, is watching her change all her colors, and she's thinking, wow, I want to be just like you. You're gorgeous and beautiful. Fiona flashed a happy smile, and her feathers erupted in color. It was a surprise to everyone. No feather was like any other. Look at all those different colors. Yeah. She's gorgeous. Pink, white, and green, red, blue, and gray. She was every single color now, and that's the way she'd stay. Oh my goodness, she's gorgeous. The entire flock gathered around, and Fiona gave a big wink. I guess we've all learned a lesson here. Flamingos don't have to be pink. Look how pretty she is. And they're all just looking at her and gazing and be like, you're so beautiful, Fiona. The end. Wasn't that a beautiful story? Yeah. Is it okay to be yourself?
Yeah.
Is it okay to be different?
Yeah.
Do you have to be like everybody else? No. That would be really boring. So it's okay to be different. And do we make fun of people because they're different?
No.
No, not at all, because everybody's beautiful for just who they are. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I enjoyed reading with you.
Me too.